Hey, what's going on everybody? FullFrontage here, today bringing y'all a Clash Mini video, and in today's video we're going to be going over the balance changes that will be coming out tomorrow. So we're going to start with the minis, we'll go to the gizmos, and then we'll end with what I think might be the most controversial change is going to be in the heroes. So let's start with the minis. For the Archer is getting a little bit of a nerf. Its third upgrade for the gain attack speed. It's going to gain 35% attack speed for 4 seconds when receiving an attack buff, versus the 40% that it was before. So it's going to be attacking slightly slower than it was previously when it's getting an attack buff. For the bowler, its energy cost is going to be 3. Its base attack speed is going to be increased to 0.45 from 0.4. And it's going to get a new ability for a super. And roll a giant rock to the furthest enemy, damaging, stunning, and knocking enemies back any enemies hit. So if the bowler, it's kind of like, so it's basically its third ability is now going to become its base ability. It's going to be a super, and its new third ability is going to be Flash Strike, where it'll be a clash ability and it gains full energy right at the start of the match. So basically, bowler new a third ability, well, the super will become a clash ability, so basically what it was, and then its new super is that it's going to be consistently hitting through the match. So bowler kind of getting a little bit of a rework, and honestly I think this is a buff in my opinion. For the battle healer, her HP per upgrade is going to be reduced to 2 from 3. I don't think her HP was really the biggest issue. I think the biggest issue was the fact that she was able to consistently get her supers off. So I think the change probably should have been nerfed to her energy, where she only gets energy from getting hits, not also gains energy from being hit. But they reduced her HP, so we'll see what happens with battle healer. For the Dark Goblin, he's going to get a base HP increase to 8 from 7. For the Healing Ranger, she's going to get a base HP increase to 8 from 7. And her main ability, Healing Spear, throw a magic spear across the board, healing allies in its path for 4 HP. And it's going from targeting, it's going to be targeting the furthest ally. Before it was the closest ally, so now it's going to be the furthest ally. So you can pretty much line things up within the Healing Ranger, with the furthest ally, and not have to worry about your Healing Ranger like missing anything in the front row. Next up, Lumberjack's main ability, Rage Potion. It's going to toss a potion that increases allies' attack speed and movement speed by 35% for 3 seconds. It was at 40% before, so a little bit of a slight nerf to how much rage for the attack speed and movement speed that the Lumberjack will give for its main ability. Then we have the Miner. Its base attack speed is going to be reduced to 0.45 from 0.5. The Musketeer, her first upgrade Snipe, is going to be stunning for an additional 1.5 seconds instead of an additional 2.5 seconds, so nerf to the Musketeer. Mega Knight is going to have its energy cost reduced to 9 from 10. This way Mega Knight will be getting supers off more frequently. Magic Archer is going to have a base HP increase to 9 from 8, so a little bit of a buff for the Magic Archer. Rogue Ghost is going to get a buff. The first upgrade attack deal 2 bonus damage to isolated enemies instead of 1 bonus damage to isolated enemies. So a little bit of a buff to the Royal Ghost, which we'll see how that plays out. The Witch is going to have its base HP increased to 9 from 8. So a little bit of a buff to the Witch. And the Wizard attack speed upgrade per upgrade is going to be reduced to 0.1 from 0.15. So a little bit of a nerf to the Wizard. Gizmos, pretty much every gizmo is getting a change. For the Hot Pot, base HP is going to be reduced to 12 from 15. Elixir Collector, base HP is going to be reduced to 13 from 16. Mucho Puncho, its base HP is going to be reduced to 18 from 14. The Pocket Rocket, base HP reduced to 13 from 15. The Sauna is going to have its base HP reduced to 12 from 14. Saint Mirror is going to have its base HP reduced to 14 from 17. Pancaker is going to have its base HP reduced to 15 from 18. Wartoot is going to have a little bit more of a change. Its base HP is going to be reduced to 15 from 18. In its new ability, it will grant all allies within the area 30% attack speed and immune to all control effects for 3 seconds every 5 seconds, and the area of effect is decreased. I think it's back to what it was before. That'll be the change coming to the Wartoot. King Tower, its base HP is going to be reduced to 24 from 30, so a pretty significant nerf to the King Tower. But honestly, every other gizmo is getting an HP nerf, so the King Tower will be easily able to be taken down, but the King Tower is going to be able to deal with other gizmos quickly. King Tower is already arguably one of the best gizmos in the game, if not the best. Now it's going to be pretty dominant. Basically, if King Tower is available, King Tower will likely be chosen. And then the last one is Training Camp. Its base HP is going to be reduced to 14 from 18, and it's going to get a new ability. The 2 units that are standing directly to its left and right at the start of the battle will gain +1 attack every 7 seconds, and that will be able to stack, and then the buff ends when the Training Camp is destroyed. So basically, battle starts after the first 7 seconds of the match go by. The units will gain +1 attack. If another 7 seconds go by, those units will still gain another +1 attack. So, a little bit of a buff slash nerf to the Training Camp because it got nerfed in the HP, but it got buffed in terms of what it's able to provide. It doesn't rely on boast, it solely relies on time within the match. So if you're able to sustain the units that are in the back, that start next to the Training Camp, then you'll get a lot more value out of the Training Camp. And then other changes are going to be reintroducing the win streak bonus. It's going to be +3 trophies for every win streak. That is going to be really cool. And now let's talk about the heroes. So these first 2 are okay. Archer Queen, 3rd ability, Queen's Gambit. When HP drops below 50%, she and surrounding allies will gain invisible for 2 seconds from 2.5 seconds. So a little bit of slight nerf to the time on the Archer Queen's invisibility. Barbarian King is going to have its base HP decreased to 12 from 13, so a 1 HP nerf to the Barb King. And here's where things get interesting. Royal Champion is getting a complete rework. Her base HP is going to be increased to 12 from 11. Her first ability is going to be Shield Blade. It's going to be a super that throws a shield towards an enemy, dealing 4 damage. That is going to be its base. First upgrade, it's going to add +5 seconds of stun. Second upgrade, another +5 seconds per stun. Third upgrade, it's going to be +1 damage. So, maxed out, the Royal Champion's first ability will throw a shield to an enemy, dealing 5 damage and stunning them for 1 second. That's fine. The second ability is going to be Smart Bounce. Her super gains 1 bounce, hitting another enemy within a certain area via the shield. Think the initial bomb from the giant skeleton, and then think the current range of the Royal Champion. That's going to be the area of increase. So basically, it's the Royal where the target is once the shield hits. It's going to be out 2. This is the base. It's going to be out 2, and then it's going to be out 3. So, or out two from each direction, and then a square around it. Once that ability is upgraded, that bounce area is going to be increased. Then, at the second upgrade, the Royal Champion will hit an additional target. That means the Royal Champion will hit 3 targets with her shield, and then at max level, that bounce area is going to increase yet again. So, with the first and second ability maxed out for the Royal Champion, she will deal 5 damage, stunning enemies for 1 second. She will be able to hit 3 enemies with her shield at an increased area, stunning them for 1 second and dealing damage for 5 seconds. The third ability is Heroic Spirit. It's going to be a boast of 3 energy, so when she gets a KO, she's going to get 3 energy. At the first upgrade, she's going to get another +2 energy. That's going to be 5 energy. At the second upgrade, she's going to get another +2 energy. That's going to be 7 energy. At the max upgrade, she's going to grant 2 energy to any surrounding allies. So that means any allies that are directly around her, they will also grant 2 energy. So, completely max level, the Royal Champion will be able to hit 3 targets with her super, dealing 5 damage to each of them and stunning each of them for 1 second at an increased area. And she's going to be able to gain 7 energy back, so basically she'll get her super back again if she's able to KO an enemy. And if she's able to KO that enemy as well, any allies that are surrounded by the Royal Champion will also grant 2 energy to them. Yes, this means if the Royal Champion is able to start chaining and you have an Electro Wizard right next to the Royal Champion, your Electro Wizard is going to get a lot of supers off. If you have a Healing Ranger, your Healing Ranger is going to get a lot of supers off. If you have a Musketeer, your Musketeer is going to get a lot of supers off. I had already expressed my concerns about this to the team, and maybe I'm completely overestimating this Royal Champion. But to me, it sounds like it's going to be a pretty substantial change, and Royal Champion is probably going to be one of the most dominant heroes in the meta. So hopefully I'm wrong, but we will see. Let me know what you think of these balance changes down in the comment section below. This is going to be for an interesting meta, and if I am correct, then I hope the team is ready with an emergency nerf for the Royal Champion. But that's going to do it for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe for more content, and don't forget to turn that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos. And I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you later. Peace out.